Look, if you're using the same powerful model for every single incoming message, you're throwing money down the drain. So let me show you today on how to build a guard for your chatbot that's going to save you money and make things way more efficient. So let's get to work. So the first thing I want to show you is I'm here in Chatbot Builder Ai's dashboard, analytics section. The first thing I'm going to do is head to agents, because I'm going to be setting up our agent called Robert Judge, or Judge Robert, one or the other. So right here, I'm going to click on Add Agent, and we'll name this one Judge Robert. Shout out to Robert. Now this is where you would put in your prompt on how you want Robert to identify what message should be categorized as what. Now I've got a pre-written one to save us some time, but don't worry, I'll go through it with you all so we can see what's going on. Let's just fix this. Okay, so agent name is Judge Robert. The purpose is to analyze user messages and assign a complexity rating on a scale of 1 to 3. Now you can have 1 to 5, 1 to 7, and you can decide exactly what each one means. For today, I'm just going to be using 1 to 3, and I'll use only two different models, which is GPT-4o Mini and GPT-4o. You can use all sorts of different models, and you can even use different LLMs, but maybe that's a different video. Instructions and steps. Analyze user message. So read the user's message to understand its content and complexity. Then assess complexity. Number 1 is for easy. So greetings, simple affirmations, things like what is 2 plus 2. Number 2 is moderate. So straightforward questions such as what's the weather like or what are your business hours. And 3, which is complex. So questions requiring analysis, comparisons, like calculating estimate times of arrivals, summaries, and documents. You get the idea. So today I'm going to be having 1 and 2 both linked to GPT-4o Mini, and 3 linked to GPT-4o. Critical output rules are very important, so under no circumstances should you ever output a number that is not 1, 2, or 3. Your output must be one of these 3 digits and nothing else. So that pretty much just ensures that the bot doesn't hallucinate and say, hey, this sounds like a number 7 question when there is no number 7. And then we're going to give it examples. So this is pretty much showing the bot how you want it to respond to certain incoming questions, such as user, hey there. The assistant will rate it as a 1. So that will be easy. And then for things like what's your prices or what are your prices, you'll do it as a 2. That's for moderate. And then things like based on current traffic, what's my estimated time of arrival to the business, we'll have it as 3. Or it's 5 o'clock now, I'll be there in 45 minutes, will you still be open? Things like that. Where it's checking current user time, we'll have that, for GPT-4 instead of 4 Mini. Now, real context, I have a client who had that issue where people would be like, hey, I'm on my way to the shop. Like at the end of the day, the shop's like about to close and they're like, I'm on my way to the shop, and the bot's like, cool, see you soon. And they show up and the shop's obviously closed. So to prevent that from continuing to happen, I decided to set it up in a way where the bot would say, hey, what's your estimate? So like estimated time of arrival. They'd say, 20 minutes. So then it'll check the current user time and say, hey, okay, so currently it is 4:50. They say 20 to 30 minutes. The shop closes at 5. It'll be closed by then. So I should tell them, hey, listen, we'll be closed by then. Come tomorrow at 9 a.m. And that solved that problem. Now, 4o Mini handles that just fine, but you need to be a little bit more detailed with your prompting. Put a bit more effort into it. Whereas with GPT-4o, you can be a bit more lax about it. You don't have to be super, super detailed in your prompts. But either way, it's just down to preference. So this is Judge Robert, the agent setup. Let's click Save. Now from here, very important, head on over to Settings, OpenAI ChatGPT. This is also where you disconnect your API key. So every single CBB account comes with an API key already in it. So you have access to 4o Mini, things like that. But if you want to use something like 03 or 4o, you would need to use your own key. So you can't just disconnect and then just add your own API key in here. Just note, there is a reconnection fee. So if you do want to jump back over to CBB's key, it's like a small reconnection fee. Just reach out to support. They'll get you all sorted. So anyways, turn this off. We'll be selecting a default reply later here. Right now, so I head on over to flows and create the default reply they will be using. So I'm going to click on add. I'm going to name this one Judge Robert default and click continue. Now, there are 2 ways we can do this. We can either set the default reply right at the end, or we can set it right now. So it's a little bit of a back and forth, but I prefer to do it right now, just so we have a smoother workflow. So from here, we'll go to settings, and where it says default flow, we'll just click on Judge Robert default and click save. Now remember, we've already turned off in integrations, OpenAI ChatGPT, we've turned off default agents. So we're all good. Selected Judge Robert default here, and now we head back over to flows, back to the default reply we just created. Awesome. So right here, Judge Robert default, click on it. And this is where you create it with the flow builder, clean slate. Okay, this is where the magic happens. So this first node, click on it, add content, click on actions, and then select OpenAI, just like that. Okay, that's the first step. Now let's rename this one and call this one Judge Robert Agent. Okay, always good to name your block so you know exactly what is what. So let's click on it again, click on OpenAI, and where it says generate text, click on that, and click on generate text agents. And we'll leave the model as GPT-4o mini, and we'll select the agent Judge Robert. Easy as that. Now save response to a custom field. I've already created one for this account because I was practicing, but you would have response rating or whatever it is that you want to call it. If you don't have response rating or you want to add a different one, click on add new, and you can create a new custom field. So for functions, I'll disconnect this one right now. We don't need it. Remember conversation, turn that off, and temperature down to 0.3. So I've had others ask me, what is temperature for? Pretty much, the higher the temperature, the more random the bot is, the less likely it is to follow your custom instructions. So if your bot's acting all out of whack and your entire setup is correct, do check your temperature, make sure it's not too random. So number 1, so if I put it all the way up to 1, 1.1 or 1, that's, no, you have some problems. Have it at 0.3, 0.2, 0.5, you'll be okay. Now for maximum number of output tokens, we can leave it as is and click continue. Awesome. So now the next step is to click the plus down here, and you want to add a condition. From here, we'll select from continue to condition, okay? And we'll name this one as message rating. So what this is going to do, it's going to look at what the output is from Judge Robert. Is it the 1, is it the 2, is it the 3? And then determine where the flow goes. So click on conditions, where it says language, click on that, and then select your custom field. Response rating is mine. So you can just type it in, search whatever the name is that you have created, and then select it from custom fields. Response rating. Response rating is 1. Okay? So don't click condition plus here, but create or check a new condition. Okay? And that's where you click on plus condition. And then same thing again. Response rating is 2. And finally, check new condition. Condition. Response rating is 3. Click save. Perfect. So from here, what you want to do next is click the little plus and add a action. Okay? And this action, we'll click on it, add content, actions, OpenAI. Click on OpenAI, and over here you would choose either the agent that you have already set up for your default reply or custom instructions. So for this one, I'll just use custom instructions and plus that extra prompt just to show you some ways on how the bot responds. So for this one, I'll have generate text, model is GPT-4o mini. We'll keep it at GPT-4o mini, the cheap one, since it's like a 1. This is for questions like, hi, hello, how are you doing? This is when this one will be triggered. Again, if I'm confusing you in any way or if you have questions, you can message down below in the comment section, or you can reach out to me directly. I'm on Discord and Facebook, general communities. The links will be down below. My DMs are always open to you. So where it says business information, I have one already prepared, so it's saving us some time. Boom. So again, this is my very basic mock-up demonstration reasons. Business information, you're a helpful assistant. Your job is to respond to the user in 1 to 2 sentences about the business, limitless marketing. We offer AI chatbot services, social media marketing, and also consultations. And then where it says user message, we would leave it usually as is. But today, please pay attention. This is very important. Just solid response rating. This right here, please pay attention. This right here, which I've highlighted, is only for us, you and me, so that we can see if the right OpenAI is being triggered based on what Robert decides is the rating. Okay, so this will show us if we're asking a simple question, we should see a number 1, and it should tell us that we're using GPT-4o mini, the cheap version. And we'll set up for the others where the third one is GPT-4o. Okay, so last input, so user message is last input. That's what the user is typing, and the extra instruction, usually you would never put anything in here. This is just for this demo. You would keep this blank with last input. But here it says you are also to mention to the user what rating this message is based on response rating, and then let them know that you are model GPT-4o mini. Simple as that. Save response to a custom field will be AI default reply, and for functions we can remove it. Perfect. So let's duplicate this. Okay, 3 times. Zoom out a little bit so it's not so cramped, and we'll name the first one 4o mini 1. Okay, so we know it's 4o mini 1, and then collect this one. Perfect. Then for the second one, we'll name it 4o mini 2, And for the third one, we'll name it 403. There we go, 403. Now, these two, since, 1 and 2 are both for, very basic questions, and this is going to be model GPT-4o mini, we can leave it as is. Oh, for the third one, right, for more complex questions, we're using 4o. So we do need to make some changes. So click on it, click on OpenAI, and the two changes we want to make is the model, switch to GPT-4o, and then right here, we just remove mini. When we're getting a message, a complex message, it'll tell us this response is rated number 3. And by the way, I am GPT-4o. So we know for sure that this is not the same as the other ones. Okay? Save response to custom field, still the same. Nothing changes there. Perfect. Now we're going to click on the plus, get assign message block, and connect all of these up to the same one. Click on this, add context, and have AI default reply. Perfect. And click publish. Now, before we go and test this out, let's just make one last adjustment, because I just remembered it's probably best to have this. So generate text advanced, and let's turn off conversation. Remember conversation, just have it as no. And then temperature, we can turn down to 0.5, 0.4, and yeah, that's good. And we'll do that for all of them. Yeah, so generate text advanced, conversation off, make sure 0.5, 0.4, 0.2, 0.4 is fine. And then the final one, generate text advanced, and then turn this off, 0.4. Click continue, and let's go ahead and check this out. Click publish. All you're gonna do is now head on back over to flows and preview the welcome flow. Now I already have one. I had set this one up. Just having a bit of fun. I mean, if you're not having fun, what are you even doing? Yeah, what's up? All right, let's preview this. Cool. So we should get the GIF up here with the welcome message, and then I can start with something like, hey, and send it through. Hey, limitless marketing. So it's giving me the overall business information I had just given it, and then this message is rated a 1 based on clarity, and I'm GPT-4 mini, so that's GPT-4 mini. Let's give it a difficult one. Jump straight to 3. And then we can test for the smaller ones to see what's a 2, for example. But I'd say I am 500 meters away from your shop. I travel at 10 meters per minute, per 5 minutes. And it's 4:45 p.m. now. And the shop closes at 6. Will I make it? I don't even know the answer to this. I am straight up making this as complex as possible. Top of the head, and let's see what we get. Boom, just like that. At your current pace, it will take you 250 minutes. So you actually calculate it out. I will make it. This message is rated 3 out of 3 for clarity, and I model GPT-4o, not 4 mini, 4o. So very important, a little extra step that we did with forgetting the conversation history, or remembering the conversation is setting to no. Make sure you have that implemented as well. And there you have it. Within minutes, you have created an awesome agent that is ensuring that you're not throwing your money down the drain with expensive models when responding to a bunch of hi and hellos. This way you can just keep the simple questions or the simple messages to the 4o mini, and then for something that needs a little bit more brain power, you can chuck it over to GPT-4o. So I hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. And again, all resources will be down below in the description. Reach out to me on Discord or Facebook. Please join our communities. We would absolutely be pumped to have you there. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.